Alrighty then. Evening, everybody. There's a few people still joining, but since we are recording, shall we go ahead and get started so we don't run late?
Let's do it.
Fabulous. Right. Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Madeleine. I'm really thrilled to welcome you all this evening to the presentation tonight so we can introduce you to Fix and Marketplace Global. You'll hear us refer to it as NPG for short. Before we get stuck in, I wanted to start off just by quickly sharing a little bit about myself and my reason for being here. I'll start health-wise. It's been a tough few years. I've been dealing with chronic stress and fatigue, really terrible sleep. If you could mute yourselves, I'll also try and keep an eye on it. Also, I was dealing with brain fog, low motivation, IBS, aches. I had some very rapid weight gain, and I was struggling a lot to get the weight off. So, just a whole lot of health issues overall. I was taking at one point 12 different meds and supplements, which were then also giving me horrible side effects. So, when I started taking Fix in December, I must admit I was pretty skeptical. But I needn't have been because having been on it for 4 months now, I've seen such incredible results. I'm getting more restful sleep. Also, because my joint pain is so much better, so that's been helping, and I've actually been able to come off my sleeping pill. My focus and my motivation has improved a lot. My IBS is better. I'm recovering faster after exercise. I've actually come off one of my IBS meds, so I'm down to 10, which is great. We're hoping to get to 0 eventually. Um, I'm also getting fewer headaches and migraines, which is huge for me. I've still got a way to go, but I've lost 5 centimeters around my waist. And the most key thing is I've lost body fat. So 2.9% body fat, and my visceral fat has decreased by 7.7 points. So I'm really excited. I'm feeling so much better. And then, of course, the other thing that also stood out for me was the business opportunity. In my regular life, I'm a researcher, an educator, lots of things, also an entrepreneur and a coach. I work primarily in the creative industries, which you can imagine can be quite precarious. Also, my income is tied to my time. So I've been looking to network marketing over the years to try and supplement my income and try and build some leverage and residual income. And so when we saw this incredible international business opportunity where you can earn in dollars with a super simple compensation plan where you're really encouraged and actively rewarded for working as a team and collaborating and helping other people grow, my mom and I were really excited. So we seized the opportunity and we jumped in together. So I hope today you see what we see. So just to give us a little bit of an introduction there. But now I have the honor of introducing you to a really key business builder in our team. If you're new here, you won't know what this is yet, but you'll understand later on in the presentation. But he is a blue diamond. So for now, just know that's one of our top ranks in the company. So Mark has grown a massive successful business. And we're really blessed to have him with here tonight, taking our time to share with us, to grow us, and to lead us. So thank you, Mark. Over to you.
My goodness, thank you, Maddie. What a great introduction, and thanks for sharing your story and hosting us so well today. I learned more about you than I learned before, and your beautiful mom. So you two are a dynamic duo, and it's just awesome. I love the simplicity of this business model and how it's done. And all of our fearsome leader Kelly Beveridge is over there right now in South Africa, and it's so much fun to just see the duplication of leadership that she's creating. And you guys are a great example of that. So thanks again for hosting us and doing such an awesome job tonight. And welcome everyone. Thank you for jumping on here and taking a look at MPG. We like to, you heard Maddie say it stands for Marketplace Global. We like to call it making people great. That's really what we like to talk about because that's what the business opportunity does. It's something for everyone, right? Whatever you want, whether you want to become a better human, a better leader, a better person in any relationship that you've got. Building this type of a business will do that for you. That will be a byproduct of your success here, which is exciting. So all of you come from different backgrounds looking at this and just coming with an open mind. We appreciate. And we just want to kind of give you some updates on what's happening with our company in the marketplace over there in South Africa and cast our vision for you. We see ourselves as chief vision casters. That's what we are. And, we're looking for those people that have the sight to see the vision that we're casting. And I'll just be transparent. We feel the wisdom to pursue it, right? It's one thing to see something, it's another thing to be savvy and smart enough to do something about what you see, and then just the courage to take massive action and seize this. And we have people on this Zoom that have just done that. Even recently, they've jumped in, they've seen it, they've gotten into action, they have a big why, and they're just really rising through the ranks really quickly and proving to everyone that this is definitely possible. So, with that, I want to start us off though. My business partner, my sponsor, the Alison Beiler is on this Zoom today. So if you guys are new and you don't have a chance to kind of understand the dynamics here, let me just hold up something right now. We're going to go through the compensation plan a little later. But this is a reflection. This little document right here is called By the Numbers. I don't know if you can see this, but right there at the bottom it says Crown. And Crown is the highest level you can attain in this company. All right. And there's two people that have hit Crown since this company is launched in since August 1st of 2022. And Alison is one of them. And she's happens to be my enroller. I'm so grateful she reached out to me in October of 2024. I was in another company. I wasn't looking to change companies, but I did have a problem. And my problem was that I had back pain. I had had two back surgeries and I knew I needed a third one coming up. And I opened up my mind. I listened to what she had to say about this product fix, and we made an agreement to keep in touch over the next few months. And she was going to send me some testimonials specifically about fix and how it applied for people in their back pain and their inflammation. She faithfully did that, corresponded with me, and then in February I was ready to try the product, and it led to a conversation on the business, and here we are. Said yes, April 15th, 2025, and now the team is just closing in on almost 3,500 people. And that's the power of this model. It's not who we know, it's who they know. It's about having this leverage principle incorporated in their lives. I knew two people I put in, and it just grew. So with that, I can't think of a better person and a better ambassador to talk about our key product fix than Alison. She has like literally put us on the map as a company and has been the primary educator is around the product side for the whole field. So Alison, if you could jump on here and just start by maybe sharing your story, if you'd be so kind, and then talk a little bit about our hero product fix and Vericel. We would greatly appreciate whatever time you got for us. We'll take today, my friend. I know you're super busy and fitting us in, so thanks so much for that.
Thank you so much, Mark. And wow, hello, South Africa. How are you guys doing today? I think it's probably evening time where you are at. I'm out here in the United States. It's in Ohio. And listen, like Mark, you are such an amazing human being. I feel honestly super blessed and humbled that you said yes and chose to partner with me. And now we're getting to hit South Africa. That for me has a huge message, deeper than most people ever realize. My daughter went to South Africa several years ago on a missions trip down to Zimbabwe, and she did so because she was nudged when we went to church. And long story short, I didn't know why that kept resonating in my mind. And so getting in here, getting to meet Mark, and then getting to meet Kelly Belbridge, who has a huge heart for South Africa. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like you can always connect the dots going backwards, right? You never know why you're going through the things you're going through until all of a sudden you're like, oh, yes, okay, now I get it. So who am I? Why am I so passionate? Why did our organization hit the top rank in 13 months? Listen, 13 months. We came in here with zero hope. We were drowning in a mountain of debt. I didn't have hope for life, period. And I say that very humbly. It was really difficult for me to share that years ago because I didn't want the judgment, right? I didn't want people to look at me and say, oh, yeah, right. She's just, putting some cherry on top and trying to convince me. Listen, back then I was such in a bad place. I chopped my hair all the way off. I went in the house, chopped it off. My husband's like, whoa, I ain't going to leave her alone for a while. And lo and behold, God had a different plan for me. he put on the heart of Karen Ford. We were just friends on Facebook. And she reached out to me and she said, hey, I know you're an herbalist. By the way, yes, I'm an herbalist. I don't practice it like I don't have a clinic. I don't have a bunch of people. So I didn't come here with a bunch of people. Okay. I came here because I was in a situation where I wasn't only up against the wall, my butt was up through the wall to the next building and then on beyond. I didn't know if tomorrow was going to be it for me. And when Karen called me, I said, look, I'm really not interested, but yes, as an herbalist, what do you got? And she said, well, have you ever heard of MHE3? I'm like, MHE3, what is that? Like I went to all my, I've never heard of it. I've been in herbalism for over 20 years. So like, I don't know all of everything, but that one I never heard of. But I knew MHE3, matured hops extract, it came from the hops plant. And I knew what Karen was dealing with. And so I was literally very simplistically told her, you can't be taking this because hops extract is a high sedative. It would not be beneficial for her. So she's like, well, I don't think this is what it is. Listen, here's a video. Watch it. Let me know what you think. Like in her true Mama Karen fashion, watch this video. Let me know what you think. And when I looked at it, I'm like, they're selling this thing as weight loss. And you heard your host here shared about how it helped her lose weight. But for me, listen, I'm 46 years old, back in my late teens. I was in and out of the doctor's office. I was told this is going to be your life for the rest of your life, a basket full of medication. And I was like, no, it is not. And back then, that's when I decided I was going to get into helping my body heal the way God intended to. We have the best working machine. If we give it what it needs, it will in fact get over whatever. So when I saw this product fix, I'm like, what? It's a very specific extraction of the hops plant. This is a differentiator right there. Okay, this isn't the hops extract. It is a specific extraction of the hops plant. And what we are doing is a technology that pulls out 3 bitter acids. That's it. Nothing else. The beta, the alpha, and the gamma. Now, I'm not going to get super scientific on you, but I want you to understand this part of it. When the company ran with weight loss, I'm like, listen, this is not getting to what this product does. This very specific colorless, flavorless, odorless tincture, herbal tincture, okay? When you take it, it has been clinically proven to go after visceral fat. And when people saw that this said visceral fat, they're thinking weight loss. No. We're in literally the middle of a health crisis. Why? Because our world is very toxic. When we're taking in toxins through the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink, guess where it goes? Visceral fat. The visceral fat is the bad fat that hangs out around your organs, under the skin. It also holds on to the toxins because your body doesn't know what to do with them. So we have clinical data, double-blind human clinical data trials on this that show that it targets visceral fat for 9.5 hours. I'm like, this is root cause. This is getting to the root cause of what ails people. Now, before I go any further, I cannot diagnose, cure, or treat any diseases. Anything you hear on this call is literally not only just my opinion, it's not the opinion of Marketplace Global. In all of the testimonies that you already heard, it is their individual testimonies, and that does not mean this is going to happen for you. So now that I got that out of the way, let me just go in a little bit deeper, okay? When we talk about visceral fat and I talk about toxins, I told you where the toxins come from. Every day you're inundated with them. When this goes after that, let me just tell you where all illness comes from. Dis-ease. When you go to the doctor, you share your symptoms, right? Where do those come from? Every illness is rooted back to inflammation. Where does inflammation come from? Toxins. So you're getting rid of toxins. Toxins give birth to inflammation. Inflammation gives birth to disease. Guess what? I was like, this is root cause. We're getting to the root, what causes all of these issues in life, right? So second part of this product, yes, this is amazing. Visceral fat, we're going after it. Are you going to lose these inches? Yes, absolutely. I lost 5 inches in 4 months around my midsection. I was in the middle of my, life as a woman, going through things. My hair was falling out, having night sweats, irritable, all the things. And I got on this product thinking it was snake oil because it has no taste. How many of y'all have tried an herbal tincture, right? You've tried an herbal tincture and they're like, whoa, that bugger's strong. And how many times a day do I have to take it? Here's one with no taste, once a day. I'm like, okay. But now that we understand the fact that these 3 bitter acids, when you put them in any beverage of your choice, you swallow them and activates the bitter receptors in the back of the tongue, which in turn activates the largest cranial nerve in the body known as the vagus nerve. Now, that's also referred to as the gut-brain axis. We all are very well aware, and maybe you're not, maybe this is the first time you're hearing it, but the gut is literally the second brain. It helps support all of your systems. In fact, activating this vagus nerve, you're activating all 1,100 systems in your body. And there's one very particular one we like to point out is the parasympathetic nervous system, because everybody lives in such a high state of stress, right? You wake up in the morning, you're grabbing your phone, looking at your computer, you're dealing with your spouse, your children. I have animals. Yeah, I'm known as a holistic cowgirl on social media. I don't know why I got that, Tim. I should be the horse girl, but I am that. So when I saw this, when I realized that it activates all 1,100 systems in your body, including the parasympathetic nervous system, being a horse girl, horses are one of the biggest prey animals in the world. Horses have this very innate ability to just take off, right? Because they're prey. What if I started giving this to my horse? What could be? So this is one of the very first testimonies I ever got on this product is when I gave it to a horse who had a health issue. And so for me, I gave it to him, and then you're getting that horse what we call out of fright and flight, right? Fright and flight was you take off and you run. And then we activate the parasympathetic nervous system where we're getting into rest. Sorry, there was a phone call. Hopefully I'm still here. You're getting into rest and digest. And with that, this is where people are feeling this good sense of well-being. This is where people, when they go on this product, they're sleeping better. They have more focus. They have less brain fog. People have better digestion. People that didn't go to the bathroom are now going to the bathroom. People that went too much are not going as much. And you cannot put a price tag on just feeling better. I could go into further science on this, but listen, activating all 1,100 systems, we're supporting the things like the thyroid, the pituitary, and the pineal gland, which secretes all of your hormones, all of them. And this is why when people go on this product, they have a totally different experience from one person to the next. But I just shared with you what most people experience right away. And this is why our group hit the top rank in 13 months, because we are so passionate about a product that literally has changed thousands of people's lives. Now, before you run, you're going to ask me, how do we have all these clinical data? We launched this product in June of 2024. I could not get started. I started this story by sharing with you, and Karen reached out to me. I was done. I was literally going to the grocery store with a counted out amount of money because I didn't want my debit card to get declined. I don't know about you. Have you ever gone to the grocery store and you're dooming and glooming that moment when you stick that card in that machine and you have this whole lineup of groceries ready to go and your child standing right there and boop, declined. The face turns red, your heart is pounding, you're like, I don't know what's wrong. I better go call my bank. You knew what was wrong. So I had to go to the grocery store with a counted amount of money. And when Karen reached out to me in June, I had to finally tell her a couple weeks in, I can't afford to get in. And in my studies, when I discovered what this product is doing, it wasn't a matter of if I should do this. It was almost like I had to do this. Because when I saw the vision of what this was going to do for not only my family, but thousands of other people, I'm thinking, I don't really care anymore about this as a business. This is like becoming I have to tell people about this. People need to have this in their body. So I made a commitment to her. Like I started in October and I started sharing, and then people started coming at me with these testimonies that were so different from one from the next. And then I gave it to my horse who could hardly walk 3 days after taking this product, ran out of the barn. And I'm like, oh my goodness. This is an exclusive product. No other company has this on the market. You can't buy it anywhere else. We own the patent to the technology to extract this specific ingredient. You want to see the ingredient? Sure. Matured hops, extract, and water. Can't get any more difficult than that, right? Like, how fun is that to share a product that anybody can take, zero negative side effects, and we have the clinical data because this specific extraction was discovered in 1953. So it's been sitting for 70 years. Scientists and doctors and other people decided to do the studies, so we have them. This is huge. And now, what are the chances that we have lightning not only strike once, but twice? We just launched another product that is a very specific formula with a specific technology that extracts a very specific ingredient from what? Plants. We extracted a specific ingredient called ace mannan out of the aloe vera plant. Anyone ever hear of the healing power of the aloe vera plant? Yes, I love it. Why do you think aloe vera is so healing? There's an ingredient in there called ace-mannan. And our formulation and our specific extraction is 4 times stronger than any ace-mannan on the product on the planet. That is what helps you heal on the aloe plant. And don't think you can go grab an aloe plant and be able to do it. I'll tell you, as an herbalist, the outside of the aloe plant is very, very poisonous. So if you're not very careful, you don't know what you're doing, you can literally poison yourself by taking aloe internally. So just remember that, okay? Second part of it, we have a very specific extraction of seaweed that comes from the ocean called fucoidan. The two together are creating such a level of beautiful flora in the gut. We're getting to a very root cause issue called microbiome or microbiome, however you want to call it. I'm literally little country bumpkin, so sometimes words come out of my mouth the way I see them, okay? So microbiome, and that there holds on to everything. If you want to go down a rabbit hole with Vericel, this is our new product, look up microbiome and find out what happens when you literally hit that target. You're talking about pent-up trauma, generational trauma. You're talking about storing antibiotics that you've been taking for years. You're talking about all the nastiness that you took in your body. When we're getting to that root of that issue, rebuilding and repairing and defending the gut. These two products are creating such an environment in the body that you cannot deny that all of a sudden you're like, finally. And just like my family, who finally, a year later, we went from June of 2024 to June of 2025. I'll never forget it. Walking into the grocery store with my husband, I had to stop and take a moment. But a year ago, a year ago from that moment, I had to walk in there with my son and have the embarrassment to sit there and calculate everything. And everyone's like, this isn't about money. But you know what? It didn't go through what I went through. I grew through what I went through to now hearing stories, thousands of stories now hitting South Africa. I didn't know why or where or when, and now here we are. And if something is probing you, listen, who do you not know that doesn't tell you when something's not feeling well, right? Everybody knows somebody who isn't feeling well. Everybody knows somebody who's sick. Everybody knows somebody who's not financially doing well. What if you could put somebody in something and they get a profound reaction to our products, and then on top of it, create a business model that literally is supporting them because they shared something that helped them? That is the only reason I am where I am, is because all of a sudden I saw the beauty in helping people get to the root cause. And I could not believe that now we have not only one, but 2 products. And this Vericel, the reason it's named Vericel, it isn't by mistake. We're verifying the cells. We're verifying the good cells and creating them to be better and stronger. We're verifying the bad cells to get them out. There's no mistake that we named this product Fix. When I look at all the things and connecting the dots going backwards, there's a bigger hand in this than I can explain. So Mark, thank you so much for having me come on here. I am, again, such this little humble country bumpkin looking to help people heal all over the world. And I'm so blessed to see that you guys are seeing this picture and seeing this vision and grasping a hold of a legacy company, because guess what? We have owners that care deeper than I've ever seen in anything that I've ever done. So thank you so much, Mark.
Well, hang on. We're not letting you off this easy. That was all. That was awesome. That was awesome. Since we've got you and this is like a safe space, I control the recording. So, can you tell us what your team has grown to now? You made that decision in October of 2024, right? You made that decision. You just talked about your circumstances, and thank you for being so raw and real and so relatable. I'm sure lots of people you can empathize with that feeling of quiet desperation, just on your knees crying out, you took action, and you have an organization of over how many people in your distribution channel now?
So we just surpassed 23,000 people.
Hey, if you're a guest on here, that's a lot of people. If you're not a guest, that's still a lot of people. All right, we're going to explain the business model here real soon. But Alison, what is that translated roughly to income now for you?
This is a recorded line, so I'm a little nervous to say.
I put recording though.
Needless to say, you guys know my story, and again, it's humbling because it feels like this is unreal. But not only in that June of 2025 did I take that moment to stop and think about where we were a year ago from that moment. That was the first month I earned over six figures in 1 month. And every month since then, it has been that and more. And so you can do the math and figure it out. And it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with our bodies getting to this root cause. Um, when I say six figures, I'm talking about over $100,000 a month in 1 month. And it has been that way ever since. And so, yes, it's scary to share because I can't wrap my head around that. But to know what is possible here, and I'm not the only one doing it, all I can say is if this little country bumpkin can do it, so can you. I didn't bring anybody. I just got courageous. And you heard Mark say, I reached out to him because I knew he was struggling with a very specific health issue. And I'm like, you gotta have this, brother. You gotta have this in your body because I know that it's gonna work. It wasn't like maybe it'll work for you. It was no, it's gonna work for you. You gotta have it. So that's my conviction. And so all I can say to you is, when you understand the power of what we have here, it's different than anything else. And I know people say that it's such a cliche, and those of the guests that are watching. Yesterday and the day before, I had a gal reach out to me who through life circumstances haven't been building her business since last year. And she said, you know what shocked me was the retention. She goes, I haven't done anything. She's a huge social media influencer. She goes, I cannot believe what I just made last week. And I've done nothing for probably 10 months because life got in the way. She's like, the retention that you guys have here with Marketplace Global with these products, I've never seen that before. So that there was huge. And that there, I think, is why we are doing so well, is because the products are not on jury or, getting questioned, and our ethics and all the way from the ownership down. So there you go, Mark. I know I have a long answer.
It's an awesome answer. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time, Alison. I know I can't spill the beans, but I know you're pulling many directions today, and it's exciting, and the future is bright. And thank you for leading so brightly for us and with us. We
Awesome.
appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you guys. I look
Thank
forward to
you.
helping you all and seeing you all on the inside. Bye for
All right.
now.
Very well. See you, Alison. Thank you so much. Maddie, I know you had some people that you'd like to introduce for the product testimony. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed. Thanks,
All right.
Mark. Again, Alison, that was amazing as always. First up, I would love to ask Ciola to share her product testimony. Can you believe this lady is a grandmother? She's retired, and I love this, but she says retired but not tired. And we can see that in the way she's dug into MPG. So, Ciola, please share with us.
Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share my testimony. And Alison, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, so inspiring. My name is Ciola. I'm from the south of Johannesburg, and a really amazing friend of mine that's also part of our team introduced me to this product. She gave me a call and she said to me, Ciola, you know what? I was introduced to this, and I would like to share this with you. And when I heard it was a natural product, I said, I can do that. I can share this. And 7 months later, honestly, my health has really changed. I used to get up, I don't know how many times at night, wake up tired in the morning. I had something called sciatica. It used to wake me out of my sleep, cramps in my legs. I had brain fog, no motivation. And honestly, since I started using Fix, it's been amazing. I'm sleeping like a baby. I'm waking up feeling so much more energy. My sciatica is actually, there comes a time when whatever it is that you were going through, you kind of said, oh, by the way, I don't feel this, I don't feel that. Fix is doing it for me. I just want to say, Larasa, thank you so much for that day when you called me. I'm forever grateful. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, Ciola. Love to hear all of your improvements, and may they keep coming. If we've got time for another one quickly, Mark. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to make this really easy for myself and just hand over to my mum. So sneaky, I've taught her well.
Evening, everyone. My name is Mallory Lambert, and I am an almost 65-year-old mom to two adult children, including this gorgeous Maddie next to me. And I'm a happily married woman of 42 years now. I come from, I guess you'd say, a much pressured corporate life, specializing in copyright law, having also served in the South African Navy and as a police reservist. So you can imagine the stresses I dealt with on a daily basis. This then led me to an 18-year plus, actually a little more than that, entrepreneurial life and network marketing life. Being a cancer survivor, long-term fibromyalgia and migraine sufferer, I was definitely in the market to be looking for something more natural to ease my aches and pains, my chronic fatigue, and of course, that brain fog. So bless you, Philippa, for introducing and being patient with us. So just over 4 months ago, I started taking Fix and was honestly surprised to find myself losing weight, noticing my health improving daily. I have not had a migraine, and here's the miracle, in 3 months, where I had migraines constantly from the age of 11 years of age. I now sleep for a full 6 to 8 hours, depending on what time that alarm has been set. And I wake up refreshed, raring to go, a very rested sleep, and realized a few days after I wasn't having those nightly sleep bathroom visits that literally destroyed my energy. So my chronic pain has reduced significantly, and my recovery after a hectic gym session is done in like 10 minutes, where before it used to be 20 to 30 minutes literally lying prostrate on the couch after my instructor left. So my Fortley body scan on the Me 360 app is a wonderful tool to have. And it has proven that I have lost inches, 6.4 kgs in 4 months, and I've also lost visceral fat and gained muscle mass. So if these results are what an old doll like me can get in 4 months, I can't wait to see you guys in a year and report back. Thank you so much.
So good. Well, thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Mal. Thank you and Ciola. Awesome stories and testimonials. Incredible. I saw someone try to prospect me the other day, literally yesterday, about some device for inflammation, and because I thought about my back, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I think I'd rather just take the drops. Much, much easier. Can affect like 1,999 other functions in my body. Right? Let's just do this. This makes a lot more sense. So, anyways, I don't know, Maddie, do you have a PowerPoint by any chance in the back half, or should I just talk?
I've got it if you'd like it
Okay.
up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's great. We're just going to transition here, guys and gals, to a bit more of a conversation on the business side of things. So clearly you can see the products that we have here. They're in demand. It's a standalone product category. People don't have this. We don't have competition. These are all things that when you put a business hat on that you want to look for, right? They're really, really important. It's much easier to build when no one else has what you've got. We've got a patent pending on this product. By the way, that will never change because the patent that's pending can't be duplicated. So we're going to keep that patent pending on this thing, right? And we're going to go out there. We're going to help a lot of people with their health. And a byproduct of that is a lot of people's financial situation is going to improve because the two go together. You can't have one without the other. And so this literally, like you can see in the picture here, you can do this business from your phone. You can be over there detonating bombs like Adrian, fitness in around his life as his career, or you can be a stay-at-home mom doing this in the carpool lineup, waiting for your kids to get out. You literally can fit this in to the sliver and slices and pockets in your life. And it's really about identifying where the marketing dollars going? Where's the purchasing power going right now in the world, right? It's going into these demands. These categories are things that people are wanting and demanding. And for the most part, there's a through social media and all that, but there's a general awareness around natural. People want natural, right? Because they realize the benefit of it. And a lot of people, with big pharma and all that, they they really don't want to play into that rhetoric anymore. And so we have solutions here that we're called Marketplace Global because we're a global store of online products, right? So we talk about the fix, and we don't have time to go through everything, but we literally have like a product called Fit, right? This burns subcutaneous fat. This is our weight loss coffee. This is some moisturizer. I've never used it. Here's Emulin. This is like a sugar chaperone. These are just a few products, right? So we're a global store of awesome products. And if we can go to the next slide, Maddie, that'd be awesome. So let me talk about the most important thing. When you're looking at a business such as ours is network marketing. And I don't know what you've heard of network marketing. I don't know what your participation has been. I don't know what someone's opinion has shared with you. I can tell you mine. If this wasn't network marketing, I wouldn't do this. I'm 1000% sold out on this financial model. I love leverage. I really, really love leverage. And I figured out that my financial vehicles that I had driven in the past, that's what was missing. It was all on me. And I couldn't exchange any more time for any more money. I had to find a way to leverage myself. And this model for honestly a very, very, very low overhead, and that's the cost to get started. To be honest, it's ridiculous. When you think about traditional business and what you got to put out to start a traditional business, you got massive overhead. You usually have building warehouses, staff, payroll, administration, you name it. Like lots of traditional businesses you don't make a red cent for the first 3 to 5 years. You're the last one paid. First one there, turn the lights on off, last one turning them off, right? Paying your employees. If you make it past 3 to 5 years, then you finally start taking a salary. A lot of people borrow money from friends and family to make the investment to start the business. And when the business goes under, that's a lot of strained relationships. I'm just talking about what could happen if you choose a different way of making extra money versus what network marketing offers you. It's a gift. It truly is. For a guy like me, right? No post-secondary education really, but just the burning desire to go out there and make a difference in this world with the skills and the talents that God blessed me with, right? And He's blessed you with. We all can do this. We really can. So when you look at this model, there's the number one thing that you should keep in mind, in my opinion, after doing this for 24 years in 5 companies. I've got perspective is the gift that's given me, as much as I didn't think my path would go that way. There is one company, a lot of you guys are very familiar with it. It's blue and white as their colors. I thought I'd be buried in them. I literally did. I kid you not, half my wardrobe was blue and white. But I'll tell you what, I learned a lot of lessons in this thing, and I learned the importance of timing. And so it's not a mistake that this slide says at the top, timing is to network marketing as location is to real estate. It is everything, everything. We heard Alison. I love the Rose. If you just mute yourself, that'd be great. I love. Adrian jumped on there. Alison shared that she had an organization of 23,000 people, right, in a little over a year and a half. And Adrian put that, and to think we're just getting started. Like we like barely scratched the surface. What's your organization going to look like? What's hers? Like anyone that takes action, right? And to be at the precipice of opening up a new country, that's where you want to be. That other company that we were all in taught us that. We all arrived way too late to the party, right? All pretty well every country was taken in the country in the company. They're all open. Right? This is the reverse scenario. We get to open all of those and have them a part of our distribution channel. So timing is so important. Look at this as a great big S, and I'm going to explain this S really fast, okay? At the top where it says stay big, not the right time to join a company. You've missed everything, okay? You want to arrive at the staying big part after you've started at the bottom where see where it says small? That's when you want to join a company when they're in their infancy. Ideally, when they have a 2 or 3 year track record of paying people on time and those type of things, they've proven themselves. We have that. We started our company August 1st, 2022. So we have never missed a payment. Every Thursday we get paid, like clockwork. And so we have a 4 year track record of paying people successfully and operating a successful business. We layered in and we launched Fix June 1st of 2024. And it was really the pivotal point to when our company really started to go like this. Let me give you some history and some numbers here at the bottom. You see where it says small, this graph is already out of date. We're at about 100,000 ISRs now, and ISR stands for Independent Sales Representative. So we started in 2024, the first 7 months, we did about $10 million of sales with this product that Alison talked about, Fix, okay, 10 million. Last year, we did about $50 million. So we had a whole year under our belt, 2025. We did about $50 million with Fix last year. And this year, 2026, we're projected to hit over $100 million with Fix alone. That's before we layered in Vericel. Okay. Vericel as a product sold over $3 billion in a previous company. That's cumulative lifetime sales of that product. And we have taken that product and we've 4 times the strength of it, the efficiency of it. Do you think we're going to move a few bags of Vericel? Like honestly, really, yeah. So right now, I mean, I've been told my guesstimates are a little aggressive, but I really believe that by the end of 2027, December, I think we're going to be pushing $500 million of revenue. I really do. I truly do. Let me tell you how that relates. You can see in the middle part of a company's history and momentum, that usually happens when a company does about $300 million of annual revenue. So we're going to hit that within the next year. So the key in timing is you want to get in early at the bottom. You want to build a team so that you can monetize that momentum window in the company's history. And then the company stays big, and that's when you receive the residual income that capitalizing on timing did for you. Hopefully that makes sense. That's the way I see it. To me, you can make up for a lot of lost time in your life, in this profession, if you catch one of these things at the right time, with the right people, with the right products, with the right compensation plan, with the right infrastructure, right? That's what we've got here. Um, I just want to ask Adrian McKay to jump on here. Adrian's got an awesome story. He literally has the sight to see this thing. He's smart enough to pursue it. He's got a great big why. I'm hoping he'll share what his why is. But he's done network marketing before, so he has something to compare to. He's a brand new platinum on our team, pushing Sapphire, like on the cusp of Sapphire. We got like 40 some odd hours still to do that. I'm sure it'll happen. Not to put any pressure on you, brother. But good things are happening, right? And it's people like Adrian that are seeing this opportunity for what it is. And just would love to bring you on and have you validate what your experience has been so far. You just unmute
Awesome.
there.
Thanks,
Oh, yeah.
Mark.
You bet.
Good evening, South Africa. So, as Mark said, I'm Adrian. I'm from East London, Eastern Cape, currently working overseas. So my background is not in network marketing at all. My background is the military. I joined the military at 19. I traded bomb disposal, and I've basically been doing that now. I'm 46, still actually dialing in from the Middle East at the moment. And my why is we constantly do this for the rest of our lives. We do get old. I've got a 13-week-old baby back home with my fiance Claire, who's just on this call, and I'm building something that I can leave behind for him, and B, that I can actually go home and I can actually live a normal life instead of working away for 9 weeks at a time. The vision for this company, as Mark said, the previous company was we were 35 years too late. We were still very successful and we learned a lot of things. And my journey through it, the personal development side is like next level. I didn't even really understand what personal development was, being military background, but I've thoroughly, I love the community that we're building. It's growing on a daily basis, like 5, 10 people joining on a day. So in a year's time, we can see exactly what's going to happen, and we're going to be at the top, and we're going to be celebrating everybody's wins on the way up. Thanks, Mark.
Boy, Adrian, that's an awesome man. I love it. I love it. I love everything you said. I love about even the personal development, right? Like the take a military background guy like you, and you just want to be the best human you can be, regardless of what your training or your past has been. You're now a father, right? And you want to have the best influence and the biggest influence on that life and what your partner or spouse and every relationship that we have in this world we become better at because we pursue a business like this because it's what it makes of you, right? That in itself is a huge win, and I love the fact that it can bring people back home, right? Where I mean, ladies and gentlemen, like you know, this is not a lifestyle dress rehearsal, right? Every day that goes by, we don't get back, and so we need to live every day to the best that we possibly can. And that's what network marketing, that's what catching a well-timed business can create for you, is that time freedom. My favorite 9 words, jot these down if you haven't done them already. Money buys time. All right. There's a lot of very successful business owners that have a lot of money because their business is successful, but guess what they don't have? They don't have time, because as much as they own the business owns them. That's a problem, right? So money buys time buys freedom, right? We're not after money here, we're after time freedom. That's our currency. So money buys time buys freedom, freedom buys happiness. I challenge anyone to argue those 9 words because they're true. The more you pontificate and ponder them, the more you'll realize that there's so much truth to those 9 words right there. So we'll go to the next slide, Matt, if you can. So like I said, one of the I think one of the biggest perils of network marketing, easy in, even easier out, to be honest. People make this fatal mistake of equating their commitment level to the size of the entry fee, which is $199, right? Versus equating their commitment level to the size of the opportunity, which Alison just told you is like, okay, she's off this thing. I'll tell you what it is. It's like 130, 140,000 USD a month. A month. That you can do a lot of good things with that, right? If you take and you jump in and you apply yourself. So the cost to get started here is $9.99, so $9.95. That's a membership fee. That gives you an online account that tracks everything for you. What we do is we build a distribution channel here, right? So that $9.95 gives you a link that you can share with someone. It's connected to you. They click, they buy, you get paid, right? It tracks all of your sales. It tracks all of your commissions, all of those things. It's a membership, and it allows you to buy the products at wholesale for a year. That's the benefits of the membership. And the best part is you get to buy one of these getting started packages, one of these enrollment kits. You get one crack at these things because the value is so strong that they don't hand them out every day. Okay. You get one crack. You get in your first 30 days after you buy your $9.95 membership, you have 30 days to buy what's called an enrollment kit. You get 3 bottles of Fix and 12 snap packs for $199. Right. So a lot of cases, if you look at $199 divided by 3, that's $66 a bottle. Wholesale after that is $79 a bottle ongoing. So someone's alternative is to buy it at retail at $99 a bottle. So looking at it, you can see it like buying 2, get 1 for free. It's a great value. So that's how you get started. You get back to the person that brought you on here, but let me just get through a little bit more on the compensation side of things too. We can go to the next slide. So like I said, we build a distribution channel, and I want you to write down 2 things, okay? Here's our compensation plan. It is a savings account, and it's a cash account. Got it? This is my favorite hat right here. It's so favorite, I don't even wear it. I just use it for display. Okay? So let me explain what we are: a savings account and a cash cow. We build 2 sales teams here. We have a left team and a right team. You see yourself there in the middle of you. That starts when you buy your membership and you buy your enrollment kit right there, okay? You now have the ability to build a left sales team and a right sales team. And those 2 sales teams together make up what's called your sales organization. We get paid when one thing happens, and this is why we're legal. This is why we're not going to jail. It's not a pyramid or laundering scheme. It's we get paid when products are transacted, period. When products are moved through our distribution channel, we get paid. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, so it starts off with you putting one person on your left side, one person on your right side to start off those 2 teams, right? Okay, and then you teach them to do the same thing, and you teach them to do the same thing, and you teach them to do the same thing, and you teach them to do the same thing. Eventually, you have 23,000 people on your team and counting, right? Like Alison, or 3,500 and counting like Mark, right? You put 2 in and you start sharing, you start casting the vision, you start talking about it, you use our help. So the ways we're paid is the product has a retail value to it. That bottle of Fix is $99. Okay. If you're at ISR, you get it at wholesale, so you get $20 on every bottle you retail to your customers, right? That's one way. The second way is called a fast start bonus. Rose, if you just mute yourself. The second way is called a fast start bonus. All right. So you saw those enrollment kits of $199. Every time you help somebody get started with one of those $199 kits, you earn a $40 USD fast start bonus. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense for everyone. So that's the second way we're paid. The third way we're paid is this thing called team commissions. Remember I said all the products have points attached to them. So a bottle of Fix here has 50 points attached to it. That enrollment kit, the 3 bottles, is worth 100 points. All right. And you'll say, well, why is it not 150? It's because they've reduced the amount that we're paying for it. So they offset it with a different amount of points. Okay. So this here, 25 points for this, the coffee, same thing. All of the products have point value attached to it. So every time someone comes on board or every time someone purchases on your left team and your right team, the points from those purchases go into these virtual savings account. Remember that your $9.95 membership bought for you. It bought you this virtual savings account. And you can go look at it all day long if you want. It stays up in real time. You can see these are points growing and accumulating. Every time there's 100 points of points accumulated on your left sales team and 100 points accumulated on your right sales team, the company calls that a cycle. That's our commissionable term called a cycle. And a cycle pays you $20 US. All right. That is the foundation of our comp plan right there. I'll repeat it again. Okay. We have 2 savings accounts. We have a left side and we have a right side. Every time sales are transacted, whether you made the sale, whether someone 1,793 levels down, it doesn't matter. Any one of those sales, anywhere on that left side. By the way, the company says you have to buy 50 points worth of product every month to get paid. Is that not a wonderful thing? Come on now. Like seriously. All the people coming in after us, all of our ISRs, they're your customers. They're going to be the majority of your customers, to be honest. And why would they not? They get the product in wholesale, right? For sure. So all of the points on the left side, they bank, all of them are banked on the right. The computer scans it constantly. It's just looking for 100 points on the left and 100 points on the right. They take those points out of your savings account so they don't keep paying you in the same sales, right? They take those out and they pay you $20 and they call that a cycle. That's the main part. The executive check match, this is where the comp plan gets freaking ridiculous. Let me back up. There is a cap on that team commissions, okay? The cap is that formula can happen 1,500 times in a week, right? Because as you can imagine, 23,000 people, 100 and 100 adds up pretty fast, right? So 1,500 times a week times $20, that's 30,000 USD a week, $120,000 USD a month. We're capped on our team commissions. The actuaries have it all figured out, right? They know what percentage of how many people will build this thing out, what they can afford to pay. That's the cap. But here's the part that's not capped, and this is the best part of the whole freaking comp plan. It's the check match. Every single person that you bring on board, you have an invested interest in their financial success, right? So every person we bring in creates a lineage, right? Like a family tree that pays you 7 levels down on their checks. So for example, if I brought in Mallory, okay, Mallory would be my first level to me, and Mallory goes out and she has 100 points and 100 points, and she earns her cycle. She earns her $20. Mallory's going to get her $20, and I'm going to get a 20% check match on that $20. So I'm going to get $4. 20% of $20 is $4. Every single cycle Mallory earns from MPG, I get $4 on. She gets 20, I get 4. That's a really big thing. Mallory goes and brings in Adrian, okay? Adrian gets a cycle. Mallory's going to get $4 on every single cycle. Adrian would be level 2 to me, right? Mallory's number 1. Level 2 is Adrian. I also get $4. So it's 20% on your first generation. Great. Those are your contacts. That's your network, right? And then it goes 20% on the next level, which is not your network, yet you don't know. You're going to pay the people you know. That's the power of this comp plan. Right. So Adrian gets a cycle. I'm going to get $4 as well, being second level down. Adrian brings in Anna Lee, right? Adrian's going to get $4 on her cycles. Mallory's going to get $4 because that's second level. Anna Lee's third level to me, I'm going to get $2. So third level is 10%. 10% of $20 is $2, right? Fourth level is 10%. Fifth level is 10%. Sixth level is 5%, and seventh level is 5%. 7 levels down. You want a bigger check? Bring in more people because you get more trees to get paid 7 levels down on. Does that make sense? Man, I'm so glad our products help us sleep. I'm not kidding. When you wrap your head around this, I've looked at a lot of comp plans in this industry, a lot. I have never seen one so lucrative on the check match side. I haven't. And you combine that with the timing, Oh my goodness. Honestly. Next slide, please. Yeah. All right. Here's that thing I held up at the beginning, right? When I was pointing out, I got mine in a frame. All right. This is our business plan. I take this stuff pretty seriously. I stare at it all day long. Okay. Like I like to know numbers. I really like to know numbers. So this is not our compensation plan, but it's a reflection of when you work the numbers of the compensation plan. Okay. I want to draw you to this level. Remember Allison's crown. There's only two people in crown in the company, right? Her and Terry Camp. So that's impressive. You can see the income right there. So I want to draw you though to this level called diamond, right? So diamond is a $5,000 to $7,000 a month income USD. That does not include check match. That's just off the team commissions, the 20, the 100 and 120 bucks. Okay. What these numbers represents is you build an organization of 200 people in your left team, all ordering 60 points worth of product. Remember the company mandates that we order 50. In this case, this example is built on 60K, so you're ordering a couple products per month. So 60, 200 people in your left ordering 60 points, 200 people in your right ordering 60 points, $5,000 to $7,000 a month. For a lot of people, that's like fire your boss kind of income. That's like living free kind of income. Honestly, it's like no longer setting an alarm kind of income, right? You live life in your terms at that point. We have a level here. These are all called our gemstone ranks. So we have a level right before sapphire called platinum. Remember, we just celebrated Adrian making platinum, and Tanya Slabbert. I don't know if she's on the Zoom. She also just hit it last night as well. Super excited for her first two people to hit platinum in South Africa, which is exciting. It's about the rise and the potential, right? It's huge. It's huge. So we have a little saying: the road to diamond, guys and gals, is paved with platinums. So platinum means that you have 12 people. Basically, you have a customer count of 12, whether those are ISRs you've enrolled or they're customers that are not ISRs. You have 12 people that buy 50 points per month of product from the company through your channel. Okay, that's what that means. They have to be personally enrolled by you. So the road to diamond is paved with platinums. And all these levels from sapphire to crown, you have to be paid as platinum. So it's like the foundation of your business. You got to have 12 people buying it. Okay. So what we've discovered, someone like Adrian, I haven't got to look at his numbers, and it's a brand new platinum, but someone like Adrian that gets the platinum, the average platinum grows an organization to a minimum of 50 people, right? Because they're out there encouraging other people to pursue platinum while they're doing it themselves. Some are getting 8 of their 12, some are getting 2, some are getting 5, 7, you get the idea. So here's what I want you to know. I want you to know that you can do this. Let's go back to those numbers of diamond. You got 200 and 200. What's 200 divided by 50? Remember, every platinum brings in about 50 people. 200 divided by 50 is 4, right? So I want to ask you, can you get the platinum? And can you identify 4 out of those 200 people on your left that also want to get the platinum and help them do that and do the exact same thing on the right? You only have to have personally enrolled 1 platinum to be a diamond. I'm just mapping out for you a game plan on how to go about executing and arriving at diamond that you believe that you can do it because you can, right? Platinum is a duplication model. The road to diamond is paved with platinums. You can do this thing. And diamonds, when you get further up the comp plan, there's some requirements for the comp plan around personally enrolled diamonds. So diamond is a real big deal in our company, and I want you to know that we will have hundreds and thousands of diamonds in this company, hundreds of thousands of diamonds in South Africa. The question is, how many are going to be in your distribution channel? The race is on. I'm trying to put, I'm trying to give you a little urgency. I'm trying to, come at it the way I would look at it. I'd like to get to the next person before they get by someone else. We'll go to the next slide, okay, Maddie? And when you understand timing matters, right? I teed it up for this slide. There's you, right? Look at Bob, Salad, James, Mary, right? What if Mary got in before Bob? That would be Bob, Salad, James in her business versus the other way around. We have a left and a right team. Whatever side your sponsor puts you in, that's the side you share. You're going to get people added below you. All I know is this. I think you'd rather get in before the next potential millionaire in this company than after them. Would you all agree with that? Yeah. So whatever you do, figure out a way to get out 199 bucks and get your place in the tree. It's a piece of real estate. and it's valuable, and it's only going to go up in value. The more people that get added below it, the more earning potential that bank account on that side has. Does that make sense? Timing really, really matters in this type of comp plan. When I understood my first binary, I sat down with a guy that was introduced me to another company. He got like through his first sentence, and I whipped out my credit card and I flung it across the table in the restaurant because I knew he was a recruiter. I'm like, get me in now. We're not doing anything else. We're not carrying on the conversation. We are get me in now, now. And that's the type of urgency when you really get this, when you understand it does matter. So, anyways, I would just say make a decision, right? Hopefully, you don't miss this thing by 8 inches from your head to your heart. We've got everything for you. We got the systems, the tools, the training. We got the leadership. Heck, and Kelly's over there right now, right? It's going to be the first of many, many trips, which the rest of us will be following as well. And she's an unbelievable leader. She's on the cusp of hitting diamond herself, right? Because she's making platinums. Funny how that works, right? The program works, I'm telling you. So go out there and get started. Get your story on the product. Start sharing with passion, conviction. We're help you to support you. It's a joy to be on this journey with you guys. Thank you so much, and hope you have a blessed day. We'll do this again next Tuesday night. How's that sound? All right, guys. Take care. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah.